Why is it always some old black and white boy telling us young fellas that we ain't relevant in a world that embellishes like a relative content from these elements? You call them stars, I call them settlements, cause they didn't settle for settlements built on a steady sediment. Ashes from the already crashed and burned, dust from past residents. So I can feel it in my bones, I'm feeling in the zone. More when I'm on the way, but the same when I'm feeling home. So I'm comfortable, I know you are too. Me and Powers R1D2, Star Wars Harvest Moon feast food. But please don't come peaceful, but kill that noise if it's at all equal. I tell you what, man, let's make it equal. So I can show you the math, but I don't do sequels. Instead, I'ma use physics to determine how we move. Use ethics to perspective our objective. Because our efforts to fulfill our destinies, the universe expected. So we gotta fight back, take the night back, take our lives back. Our efforts must be twice that of our enemies.
All right, here we are. Once again, SquadKast TV in the building. How y'all doing?
What's good?
Appreciate my brothers and sisters in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification so you know when we go on live and stuff like that. Subscribe to all the channels, SquadKast TV, Junkyard Gang, Chef's Joint, Keeping Up with the Godmother and all that. Last but not least, shout out Midwest Matthew, even though I know we don't really be seeing a lot of them like that, but that brother's doing his thing. And I'm always shout him out because he definitely gave us a good opportunity to be able to establish a platform and be able to give y'all this content. So glad we got the bills out of the way. I know it's a little frosty, a little frigid Thursday night, but I appreciate y'all being in the building. How we doing?
I'm good. Been like I said, been working behind the scenes.
Yeah, you dropped some good news in the chat. Like I said, we talked off camera, but kudos to you. I don't know if you want to let the world know what's going on, but you definitely got some big things popping.
Well, I'm going to do this program to get my CNA so I can jump into that bag. It's a lot of money over there.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of money over there, and we need a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess we was talking on cam. I didn't know that was like one of the first jobs or first things that you had got into. So to be able to come full circle and be able to get back into that field, I know that's got to be like a wow moment.
Mm-hmm. Most of the things that I do, I know I switch jobs like I switch draws. So that wherever money is, the money I'm going. But a lot of times, like things that I have manifest even as a kid or young, working and stuff, like I still end up circling back some way, somehow. And I mark that off my to-do list. I've manifest or something like that. So yeah.
Okay. Like I said, shout out to the queen, shout out to the godmother. She's always been doing big things. Before she came with us, you know what I'm saying? She was doing big things, and it just seemed like every time she's always progressing. So that's a beautiful thing. Brother Black, what's been going on with you, King?
Cooling, man. Just been working. You know me. Might have to have surgery Tuesday, but other than that, been cooling, bro. Just been working.
Surgery? Was it like a little outpatient surgery or something like that?
Yeah, for my hand. I have to tell you about it after camera.
Okay, yeah. We ain't gonna get into it. We might got some money coming to us.
He was
this fool. I wish
we might have some bread coming to us. We gonna keep that on the top.
Fool.
You know what I'm saying? But
keep hope alive.
I hope your surgery goes well. Hope it ain't, nothing too major. I hope you, recover fast and all other good stuff. So, I don't want nobody losing no coins out here. We need all the dollars we can get.
Oh, hell yeah. I ain't trying to miss work. What are you talking about?
That's a fact. Speaking of coins. Speaking of, we lost Godmother. I don't know if she's coming back.
You talking about coins? Thought you was about to say about that damn inflation. They talking about went down 1.1%.
That's what I was about to talk about. you that was a clean segue, my brother Black. Thank you.
I thought that's what you was about to say.
This is the first time we was ever right here. You feel me? We was here. You know what I'm saying?
That was a joke this morning. While I'm doing the install, we watching the news at the same time with all the tomfoolery.
Right.
So yeah.
So I mean,
I'm
go
just
ahead. I
like they
mean,
said, 1%.
you already keep elaborating. Keep going.
I mean, for the most part, they was just focusing on, they said, fuel and airfare. Like, but I was just looking at tickets for Vegas and the South, and I would think with it being 2 and 3 months down the line, I should be able to get them for about. Usually, I guess they used to be 200 to 400, but right now it's like six and up. You might see one for four, but that's a 17-hour delay. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
And
nah.
that type
Hey,
of stuff. So
hold on, real quick, Godmother. I know you happy to be out of the airline industry because what's going on with Southwest and all this shit right now is crazy.
I can bet I probably have not had. I probably would have had about 550,000 cuss words flowing. But I've learned years to kill 'em, like you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't. But it's fun. But yes, I'm so glad because it would have been probably a whole bunch of late nights, which would have been good for the check. But it's aggravating.
Man, all them canceled flights, delayed flights, motherfuckers losing can't find their
Yeah,
bags and all that.
yeah, a line wrapped around the whole airport. Like,
Yo, I seen a story where a lady put like one of those little Apple tracking devices or whatever, like
I that.
in her luggage. She does it, when she travels and shit, right? So
hmm
when Southwest said that they, had her luggage, it wasn't like misplaced or nothing. Yo, she tracked her luggage down. It was at somebody's house, empty, with a whole bunch of other people luggage from the airport. They shit was empty. Shit was crazy.
I didn't hear all was something to it, but I did hear that baggage thing. Wow.
That's definitely a wild moment for
Yeah, a
sure.
lot of people be going with the airline too. You be surprised. You thought people stole Amazon packages. People be going
Man,
For
or
real, it's really a thing.
international. They will put a lock on their bag and still plastic wrap it 75 million times. Like because they be cutting stuff open. So we gonna make it as hard as possible because they be shipping stuff for their family and stuff. So
mm-hmm,
it,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I that bag too because I'd be like, dang, iPhones,
yo, she
Jordan.
tracked her shit back to a empty bag with several other empty bags. That shit was crazy. I saw that on CNN and also on MSN.com. So that like last week.
What did I see?
That's
Hmm.
crazy.
It
But
might
yeah,
have
bro,
been news thing on my phone, but it was on something. I read that.
yeah, that shit was crazy. But brother Black, I mean, to get back to inflation, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I saw the same report on a couple different platforms, and they were all pretty much saying the same thing that fuel costs is down. What their main focus is trying to get some of the groceries down, like eggs and stuff like that, milk and stuff like that, because eggs, milk, bacon and stuff
Exactly.
like that is at an all-time high.
Mm.
But I mean, even though that is down the whatever, I mean, it's not even worth mentioning, to be real. I really don't really see no damn difference. I mean, yeah, gas is down a little bit compared to what it was, but I mean, shit's still outrageous as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we've been living,
It-
yo, just think about it. We went through how many recessions, and we dealing with inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
like
And
I
it's
know this ain't
crazy.
like the 1920s Great Depression, but I mean, goddamn.
I was just saying to my
Uh-oh.
gonna be the new norm. I'm like, when is this shit gonna go back to normal? Because if this is the new normal, it's gonna be fucking trouble.
I
It's
remember. No, go ahead, Godmama.
no, I'm saying it ain't no normal.
Right, like this shit.
What was the normal price of gas? Like two something, like 250 something.
Fuck the gas. Put the groceries back to normal.
Well,
Fuck all that other
I'm just
bullshit.
asking in general. I'm just asking.
I
I'm trying to
mean,
gauge something.
Yeah.
I don't think we that far off from what we was. Maybe I'm wrong.
We're still in the threes, bro. We're still in the high. We're still in the threes, bro.
What was he like two? Maybe we was like 280 something. I don't think we was like no 250s, 240s. I don't think.
I think we was like between like the 238s and the 250s or something like that. Maybe 260, somewhere between 230 and 260. But
Cheap. It was cheap.
that's a fact.
Okay, man. I
You know what
don't
I'm saying?
remember shit. I
Yo,
don't know.
when the price of bread goes up, it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
When you gotta spend damn near $2-3 for a loaf of bread, that shit is crazy. $4. I seen $4.
Shit. Yeah. Like I said, that damn report was a joke. All that shit did was make me mad.
Crazy.
Cause they talking about shit that, I mean, other than gas, don't nobody give a fuck about airfare. The motherfuckers gotta buy groceries. Who the fuck trying to fly somewhere? You gotta get fucking food for the house. I ain't worried about taking no damn trip.
Mm.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, I'm glad we got that out the way. Inflation is kicking everybody ass. Hope everybody trying to get the bag and do what they need to do. I kind of I dropped some tidbits a long time ago as far as on social media and even on this platform about how they was projecting that 2023 is going to be a recession, another recession rather, and that this inflation shit is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So I was just suggesting to the people, stack up as much as you can, and just be smart with the bread because you never know.
Yep. Because
So
wasn't supposed to get food stamps. It's about to be cut off and got to go back to paying cash. So
Yeah,
it's ugly
yeah,
out here.
it's ugly because I spend about 250, 225, 250 a week at the grocery store.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all add that up. That's no cap.
And we talking about inflation. And then just to segue into your girl Kimmy with this private school, public school shenanigans. I know y'all seen that.
I heard
No,
it was
I haven't. Somebody enlightened me on it.
So, okay. So basically, what they're gonna do is, or what they're trying to pass a bill for is basically she's pumping basically private schools. She's trying to make it seem like she's not saying that her daughter is in public schools, but I doubt that. But long story short, for the private schools, the our basically our taxpaying dollars will go towards a fund of $7,568 a year for private schools, but yet our public schools is lacking in all this aid, but yet we gotta fork up money for private schools. Why the fuck would like it just, but this is who they voted for. That's all I can say. This is who they voted for.
what I got today on the bus. The way she broke it down is the tax dollars that we do pay that's supposed to go to the schools for their funding is based off the count of kids that are enrolled in the school. So if they don't have the criteria of kids in the school, they don't get the funding. So due to COVID and everything, a lot of schools didn't meet the criteria, so they don't get the funding. It's not really going to be a private school, but it's just going to be that funding going to that type of school because it's supposed to technically still be a public school, but whatever. The money's supposed to go there, and anybody can send their kids to that school because that's eventually what it's going to transfer to, and the teachers are
Okay.
probably transfer over to as well. But basically, it's going to be left to the behavioral and people with disability kids. It's going to be just stuck in the actual Des Moines public, school stuff.
So wait, say that one more time, because I'm a little slow sometimes. I might not digest it as well. That part about the whole why the funding going to that certain school, that part.
Because they're basically, I don't know. I think they just trying to do their own academic where the funding is going to go to. They're going to, I don't know how to explain it. I just heard it today. But
Yeah, all that shit crazy. From the way, like I said, when I seen it on the news, it was people attacking it, saying the same thing. Like our public schools are lacking. Why would we want to put funds into that? And I just don't understand it. I'm gonna try and read up more on it and touch bases again. But like I
Right.
said, I'm not trying to do that at all. Like I said, there's too much shit going on with our
the lack,
kids with these public schools. My bad. Go ahead, godmother.
the lack of assistance, like they need help. They ain't got a lot of teachers and stuff like that. So
Right.
at funding, so they're quitting or they're retiring. As you know, teachers are, you know, younger and younger, and it's like there's no qualifications because kids ain't really trying to learn. Like someone was saying today, like the teachers just don't even send homework home because they ain't do it and they don't bring it back.
I feel like, and I've said this before, when I had several conversations with people, off camera, obviously, but I feel like teachers, we all agree teachers are grossly underpaid, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like a teacher should be one of the highest paying jobs in the country. They're the ones who are in control of molding the minds of the leaders of tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
They're the
Yeah, definitely.
ones who give these kids the confidence, you know, to be able to overcome the hurdles and shit like that, to be able to make themselves into something. I'm talking about from an academic standpoint. Obviously, we know the parents, the family, the support system that you have outside of the school. I'm talking about in school.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
they're the ones that these kids look up to, say, I can't wait to go to class, or I can't wait to go to, you know, see this teacher and stuff like that. Cause I've heard my own kids say it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, to me, I think it's a shame, a crying shame, a damn
Right.
shame that these teachers are grossly underpaid, which correlates to what Godmother said, the lack of teachers, because they grossly underpaid. They don't, they're stripped of so much of what they can do due to lack of funding from a federal and state level. You know what I'm saying? They've cut back on education so much, it's ridiculous.
And then you
And
got
I'm surprised to see that some of these kids are graduating at the rate that they are, because honestly, I mean, you could make a case that they really could be just struggling. I mean, they with the lack of resources that they have. And then, like Godmother said, the teachers are getting younger and younger because the old generation don't want to deal with this madness, because these kids are in school acting crazy. They have no respect for the elders or what they have no motivation to want to learn, to want to do anything. And it's just sad. But I just feel like the teachers are getting the bad end of the stick,
well,
because they if they were paid well, if they were compensated well, I'm pretty sure things will be a lot different. If they had the right resources, the budget, the funding, things will be a lot different from a public school's perspective, because
mm-hmm.
we know the private schools get everything from a public school perspective.
Mm-hmm.
That's my spiel on that.
I got you.
But outside, I appreciate you bringing that up, brother Black. I'm definitely go look into that some more so I can get caught up on what you and Godmother was talking about.
What
Um,
about? I got one more for you. I got
Uh,
one.
don't quote me.
So I got one more for y'all. So have y'all heard about the new bill they thinking about passing with the death penalty when it comes to anything with kids?
I haven't been hip on that either. Enlighten me, bro.
So basically, that's what it would be. Is they're looking to see if they gonna bring that. I think yeah, death penalty back in Iowa. Basically, for any if you was to do a crime against a child, they haven't put it in effect yet. I guess they gonna vote on it. I'm assuming, or seeing if they gonna bring it into even that
Wait a
stage.
minute, I got a question. And this would be somewhat rhetorical. I'm just letting you know. Um, from what you're saying, that they're gonna bring the death penalty back due to the severity of the crime involving a child, a minor, right?
So I guess we would have to talk hypotheticals because I was really thinking about
I'm
this
not, no, no,
last
no, no,
night.
no. I'm not. No, that's not what I'm asking you, brother. I'm asking you. The state of Iowa is trying to bring back the death penalty due to whatever the severity of the crime is regarding a minor.
Yes.
Okay, that's all you had to say the first time. So now this is where it gets rhetorical.
You just
What
said
makes,
that.
I get that it's a child, but what makes the child different from an adult when an adult is killing another adult? I don't see them giving nobody no death penalties when they gunning each other down out here.
Of
And
course not.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just throwing it out there. Like, that makes no sense to me. If you're gonna bring the death penalty back for alleged crimes for against a minor, when you're not getting a death penalty for killing somebody's father, husband, boyfriend, brother, I mean, whatever. It don't make no sense to me. That's dumb. But that's just the state that we live in.
Yeah.
Still going to be a lot of backlash with that, being that as it has for years, women lie all the time, or make accusations as far as rape goes. So who's to say how that could turn out for a lot of people that really didn't do something?
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. It's just
I
Or
might be wrong. I want to say a death of a child if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
I should
or
have wrote this stuff down.
I mean, even
But
if it's a death of a child, it still doesn't correlate or make sense when you can kill an adult and not get the death penalty, but you can kill a child. I mean, it's still a human being at the end of the day. So if you're gonna do the death penalty, you gotta do it for everything. It's all or nothing. All or
yeah,
nothing. You can't pick a certain type of class, minors, over everything else.
yeah. At first,
or
go
clarifying,
ahead.
it's when it comes to not molest, but sexual acts, like being a pedophile and stuff like
And see, that's what I said when I first was talking about it. I said the same thing for like pedos that I can understand. Any type of doing
that.
harm to kids like that, that's what I was feeling. But ultimately, what if it's, what I'm saying, a 16-year-old girl that don't want to raise, what I'm saying, don't want to deal with that responsibility and do some, what I'm saying, those type of situations, I wouldn't want that to be the end all be all because, what I'm saying, she's a young girl. So that's why I say I had to change up my stance on it. I can't say I would be with it because it would be what's the situation for me. So that's why I was like, I don't know. Because at first I was with it, but then in hindsight, after thinking about it and talking, I'm like, no, you can't say every situation is the same, like you said.
All right. All right. Well, I was stupid. That's
Mm.
not up for debate. We've discussed that many times. They got the red wave flowing. Republicans they got the House, so it's a lot of red states out here. Even though the Democrats got the Senate, and we got old Uncle Joe, dementia-driven ass, running the ship. He's in trouble. They finding all type of classified
That's
documents at his places.
planted, though, that the evidence was planted to try to get him out of.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. All I know is they said that he's cooperating, unlike 45, who said that the documents belong to him. So I don't,
It's a conspiracy.
Uncle Joe cooperating. I don't like saying that word, cooperating, but
Simpson.
that's what he's doing. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this next one, man. We kind of talked a little bit about this on camera, off camera rather, and now we're gonna get into it on camera. I want to talk about how or why our people be so ungrateful to each other. And when I say that, I'm gonna use this example. For everybody who don't know,
I think is the
huh?
word. Is it obligated?
Bingo,
Yeah,
bingo.
yeah,
And
yeah. There you go.
I'm using this as an example. There, if y'all don't know, and I'm not talking about y'all, but the YouTube family and streaming world. 1017 rapper Big Scarr passed away on he overdosed on what prescription pills,
Rest.
rest in peace, Big Scarr. Guccimane's one of Guccimane's hottest artists on 1017, he's making big noise, had a lot of dope tracks out there. I think his biggest one was with Offset, as far as getting a big name feature outside of Gucci and the 1017 camp. But he passed away, and his brother and his sister went on a campaign because allegedly Guccimane asked for the 1017 chains back that he gifted Big Scarr. And also with that, they felt like he didn't do anything, and then it becomes he didn't do enough. So at first he didn't do anything as far as contribute to the services regarding Big Scarr. And then as those accusations continued, Guccimane's wife, shout out Keisha Kior, put out the receipts to show that Guccimane paid 10,000 and the label paid 10,000. That's 20,000 total. All right. The sister goes on a campaign after the brother goes on a campaign about how he ain't getting them chains back and you ain't do nothing for the funeral and all this other stuff. The sister goes on a campaign talking about, oh yeah, he sent that little money. That ain't nothing. My brother worth more than that, and all this other stuff. Just going on a campaign talking about his funeral was more than what he sent and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, God damn, what y'all want the man to do? Like he didn't have to do nothing to keep it a bean.
On top of being his woman's birthday, because who paying for what? What?
Yeah, I mean the brother talking about Guccimane said he can't because Keisha's birthday coming up and all this other stuff, and
Kept it real.
y'all can celebrate her birthday any other time. Okay, I get that because you just lost your brother. I understand that. That's family. Everybody grieves differently. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all can't press a man to do something when he's not obligated to do it. He don't have to. And then then his wife showed the receipts and it wasn't good enough as far as the amounts that he sent.
And sent flowers.
And sent flowers that they said that they never got. Now, I don't know if y'all seen the video that the dad posted, but Big Scarr's dad posted a video saying he was, thanking Guccimane for giving his son a big opportunity to change his life. And that he did send money to help with the services and that he did not co-sign or was aware that his daughter and his son was out here talking like that. And he's saying that they need to put a little bit more respect on Guccimane's name because he didn't have to do nothing, but he did. And then I also seen the brother make another post actually telling people to get the stain off of Guccimane's name because he did send this and he did send that and he didn't have to do it. And he was kind of apologizing.
So the same one that was talking shit?
Yeah. But this all just comes back, like I was saying, man, like, why do we feel like motherfuckers have to be obligated to do something for you? Like that's on that we only do that to each other.
Motherfuckers just ungrateful. That's all it is, and greedy. That's all it basically is. Because
Go ahead, Brother Black.
No, my bad.
No, go ahead. Keep going, man. You flowing. Keep going.
No, it's just like you said, what more can you do? Like if y'all, I feel like when motherfuckers is rappers, they family might as well go ahead and get that insurance on them because with this shit, you just never know. And then like for y'all to be so money hungry and greedy, it shows y'all really didn't have shit like that. They probably was gonna fuck around and go do a GoFundMe if he wouldn't have donated that shit and the label wouldn't have donated that shit and keep it a band. That's all Gucci. So he really the one that's donating that shit. It's a tax write off at the same time, but he didn't have, like you said, he didn't have to do it. Motherfucker just ungrateful and fucking greedy.
Now I will say this before Godmother chimes in. The sister did say that they had a life insurance, like Big Scarr had a life insurance policy.
So they greedy. That's all it is.
So
they greedy.
He had a life insurance policy. The sister confirmed that on video. So he had a life insurance policy, and Guccimane sent 20 bands on top of flowers, and
they just greedy.
And she said that the funeral cost 60,000.
Fuck it.
That's what she said. It's on camera. It's on video.
It is no disrespect at all to nobody.
Rest in peace, Big Scarr.
If you got the bread, if you have the bread and you can accommodate
Wow.
what you want to do and it costs whatever, go ahead, do what you got to do. If you don't, and
Wow.
you prepared a $60,000 funeral, $60,000 funeral,
Wow.
and somebody else to flip that bill for y'all, y'all gotta be kidding me. But then y'all
Wow.
and flexing with your brother's chains on. And if I'm not mistaken, they said that one of the people had his grill in his mouth. Like, y'all
Oh, that's what it is too. My bad.
wearing his clothes and all. Y'all ain't got no respect for your own brother. But I feel
Yeah.
in my heart, I don't feel nobody, not even my mom, is obligated to
Rest
do.
in peace, Big Scarr.
My mom is not obligated to do all the things that she do for me at the age that I am.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for that. But
Right.
ain't nobody obligated to do nothing for you once you become an adult. It don't matter. I don't care if you sit next to a millionaire. I'm not gonna say you got $1 million, so make sure you take care of me when I'm gone. No, you should be telling me first and forehand. First of all, the way you living out here, life insurance. Second of all, you need to be getting your life together because you know what I'm saying. But y'all condone a lot of stuff, and just because somebody got this X amount of money, you don't need to be counting my pockets. That's not my funeral.
Exactly.
That that's the major
Exactly.
thing. That's the
Counting
major
pockets.
thing.
I ain't have to do that.
Somebody else's pockets.
Because imagine
Because
if
they
he,
they they think was like, oh, he got millions and you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like that,
that's what
like
he.
that shit right there just lets me know like y'all worried about the wrong stuff.
So if anything happened to Guccimane, we know why.
Hey man, rest in peace, Big Scarr, man. 22 years old, man. He died, passed away over overdose, man, on the prescriptions. Motherfuckers gotta be careful, man. Gotta be
And
careful.
in
But
streets out here ignorant or doing things you know you should be obligated yourself to take it upon yourself to get some life insurance or tell somebody to get one for you because you already know what you out here doing and know your family got to pay your bill at the end of the day. So
give
GoFundMe accounts, no disrespect to nobody, but you know when some stuff get real and y'all start putting the GoFundMe, ain't nobody finna and nobody obligated to go fund you.
that's a fact.
Right.
I can send condolences and whatever, whatnot.
Hmm.
I got kids. I got our life.
Exactly.
Our life still don't stop either. What I could give is what I give, and even if I was to give $5, you look at me like I just gave you 2 quarters. So at the end of the day, people are still ungrateful in every way because
Ungrateful as a
they
motherfucker.
can't contribute because I have my own life going on. Then
Right.
wasn't nobody there. Oh, f these people. They said, no, what do you mean? Like, look,
Hmm.
Motherfucking
I'm
egg
not
is $8.
money, and then once the funeral paid, you turn around and say, "Mother effer still ain't this, that, and the third," and you pointing the finger at what? I just gave you my mortgage money, and you talking that.
It's like she was like the sister was saying my brother was worth more than that. Like I'm okay, I'm pretty sure he was worth more than that. That's why you got the life insurance. You know what I'm saying?
Should
Like
have
what
increased
like
it.
Wait the 90 days, sis. Wait the 90 days.
Should have
like
increased it.
I'm
Ain't
just
got
like
period.
yo,
As if
this
that.
it ain't like Gucci's like Def Jam or something like that. He's not like no super powerhouse of a label. He's not a Def Jam. He's not a Universal. He's not none of that. He's an independent. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much
Exactly. All
money do you
him.
think he really got? You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to feel like he should be paying more than what he gave on a funeral that cost 60 bands.
Okay, so if he
He
didn't
gave
sign,
20. He
if he
He
paid a
gave a
third of
third
it.
of it. Fuck
if
out of here.
if he didn't sign him, who was gonna pay for his funeral? Because it's bound to happen.
Exactly.
And it would have been a $3,000 funeral with debt still behind paying for the tombstone and everything else with nobody to blame. So at the end of the day, because somebody got money, don't count nobody's pockets.
That's a fact, man. And like I said, we only do this shit to ourselves, man. Like as far as what I've seen, like my whole life, I've only seen this shit happen with our people, where we always feel like a motherfucker's obligated to have to do something for us, instead of really just being appreciative of what they already have done for you. You know what I'm saying? And the positions they may have put you in, the knowledge they may have gave you. You know what I'm saying? The shit they may have showed you. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers got to get off their hot horse and stop feel like somebody always owe you something.
How do you feel about the take on the Master P and Romeo situation? Because I feel it's somewhat similar, but I don't know they personal back history. I ain't follow it to a T, but what's your take on that?
Um, I kind of was following it when I first seen it because I first seen it on IG and shit like that. But I never like deep dived into it to like do some research on it or whatever. So I'm just going off what I seen. According to what I've seen, it initially started because Master P posted a rest in peace to the Twitch dude,
Mm-hmm.
and Romeo got tight because he said, "Well, where's the rest in peace and all that stuff from my sister that passed away?" So that turned into, you wasn't giving me no money, like I wasn't making money off of this, and like me and my siblings are actually poor, or whatever I don't want to say poor, but don't have the adequate money that they probably should have had, or whatever the case may be. He go on to say that he finally able to make money off the rap snacks now from the deal that he made, you know what I'm saying? Because he was one of the first, him and P, that did had a rap snacks back in the day, the chips and shit. Y'all can go ahead and Google that. But you know what, Master P was on some just like I looked out for you, I showed you, like, I mean, I don't know, man. I think that once things hit social media, I think it's some clown shit anyway. I think y'all just with them being who they are and as close as they was, or whatever the case may be, that's some shit that y'all could have worked out off of the social media and off camera, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that both of them could have been bigger in that regard. But I also think that both sides kind of kept it respectful. Like they wasn't like kind of going at each other's neck, cursing at each other, making threats and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, I was happy that they was able to make amends, you know what I'm saying, and come to some agreement, some solidarity behind the issues, and move forward. So I just hate that it was out for the public to see, you know what I'm saying. I'm a type of person where I would rather things are kept in house and you deal with your shit in house, because once it gets to the public eye, then that's when other shit start happening. It just creates more problems.
But like I said, the backstory, what Romeo went through, because like you said, when it comes to a breaking point, you got to go where the tension is, so everybody
Mm-hmm.
feel it, but it still don't need to go there. But I feel both sides. I feel like I said, nobody's obligated. If someone shows you the ropes, like they said, like you should have been soaking up game on how to do some other stuff and take heed. But I don't know, some kids do feel obligated. Or
I mean, like Master P had like a damn near 1,000 hustles. I mean, he was having his hand in everything. So I
him
mean,
and
you should
is
be taking notes. You should be, even if some of those businesses didn't succeed, you should be taking notes on why it didn't succeed. So if you want to go down that line, you know what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
just shit like that. Observations.
should have been friends with Bow Wow.
Shit. Now you don't want to be friends with Shad. He going through his own shit.
I
You know what I'm saying?
had movie scene back in their era when they first came out. He should have got in some movies and whatnot.
Well, Romeo, he went to college. He went to USC, and he was on the basketball team. Like he was playing Division I basketball. He played with OJ Mayo, who went to the league, and he got drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks and all that. But so like their pass was just a little different. But Brother Black, what you got to say about the Romeo Masterpiece stuff?
Yeah, I seen bits and pieces of it. I don't know. At first, I was kind of with Romeo because I'm like, damn, if he ain't got paid since all that. But I didn't follow all that backstory. I didn't know at first that it was initially about his sister, and then turned to all that. Because the first thing I seen was, I thought it was like a long ass poem he did or some shit that he posted on IG. I thought that's what it was or some shit, but it was like subliminals about his dad, or really was about his dad. I don't know, but like I was kind of with you though. Like y'all could have talked about this shit because y'all supposed to be this,
Family.
Master P, No Limit, the Millers. You done all this shit back from So you tell me you didn't get paid from none of the TV shows y'all did
That's
together
what I'm saying, bro.
and
He was
all
on
that?
Nickelodeon. Romeo was on
Because I had to
Nickelodeon. He
think
had his
about
own
that,
show.
and it tripped me out seeing that this motherfucker was on TV.
Other people get paid. They don't get paid in their contracts and all types of stuff. And you know, parents think they can just not mishandle, but manage kids' money because he was young. But who's to say?
Like I said, if he did do that, it was I would say that's fucked up. But I mean, other than that, they
We
could
don't.
have did that shit off.
We ain't
Right,
them. We
right.
glad.
That's a
Glad.
fact.
Cardi. Okay.
All right, y'all. Well, shit, I definitely we got into a lot of good shit, man. I'm glad we was able to get that out, man, and you know, put some perspective on some of this crazy shit that's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I do, chop this up and make sure we get this out to the people. But before we get up out of here, gotta pay these bills. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment,
Early.
share, hit the bell notification so you know when we're going live and stuff like that. Make sure you subscribe to all the channels that we talk about, you know, keeping up with the Godmother, Junkyard Gang, all that other good stuff. And we just gonna keep moving forward, you know what I'm saying? Keep giving y'all this good content, man. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end this joint. Peace.
Good night.